Peeps in Business presents Motivation, Building Employee Engagement Business Plan. In this presentation, we'll go over why employee motivation is important, motivation impact on workplace environment, and strategies and examples of successful motivation. First, we have why employee motivation is important.
Employee motivation is important for 4 reasons: productivity, retention, loyalty, and innovation. Productivity is important because when an employee is properly motivated, they are more likely to be more productive, which will allow them to hit more quotas and due dates more frequently and consistently. Retention is important because by having high employee retention, this lessens the chance of them leaving or being bought out by a competitor company. Loyalty is important because by having loyal employees, they will become more loyal to the company and to their superiors and will carry out what needs to be done. Lastly, innovation is important because we want our employees to feel free to voice their ideas, which can in turn improve efficiency and productivity. Employee engagement against absenteeism is very important. Absenteeism is the practice of regularly staying away from work or school without a good reason. This can lead to less productivity and innovation, as well as largely diminish retention and loyalty rates. The data shows that employee engagement has led to a 81% decrease in absenteeism. This map shows employee engagement by country, and these percentages are based off of data from 2021, 2022, and 2023. The darker greens are going to be countries with higher percentage of engagement, while the lighter countries are going to be lower percent engagement.
How motivation impacts a workplace environment. Motivation's impact on a workplace environment. Motivation can play a crucial effect in businesses as it's a powerful implement that can shape associates' behavior, as well as performance and overall increase the workplace productivity. A highly motivated team not only benefits individuals, but transforms an overall environment that can support both a happy team and the company. Here's a dive into how motivation can make a difference in a workplace environment. Performance and results. When employees are motivated, they get more driven, focused, and become productive. This results in better performance and displays fast completion of a project or deadline with or without teams. Motivated employees typically exceed what standard is set for a company. They like to go above and beyond, and with that being said, typically a motivated employee likes taking the initiative to improve the overall well-being of the company. For an example, a study done by the University of Batam, Indonesia, found that amongst the employees in the beauty clinics in the city using OCB, which stands for Organizational Citizens Behavior, the research has revealed through positive work environment and leadership, it enhances the overall job satisfaction, contributes higher productivity, and mostly it emphasizes employee engagement. With our last slide on how motivation impacts a workplace environment, we're going to be reviewing how can employers sustain motivation over time. To sustain motivation over time, employers can adapt or foster a positive work environment that can make others feel encouraged to feel open enough to collaborate and have open communications while providing endless opportunities for developmental growth through programs or incentives. If we can recognize and reward employees for their achievements through positive behaviors, it can help enhance motivation and additionally promote work-life balance by setting goals that the company can ensure their employees' feelings and values not only matter, but align with them. With that, actively listening and giving feedback and acting upon it demonstrates that the employer values their employer's input, helping cultivate a good work environment, culture, and engagement.
Next up, strategies and examples of successful motivation. There are various different ways that you can enhance employee engagement. Through the next 3 slides, I will explore different strategies and examples of successful implementation of effective motivation strategies. Now we move on to motivation in public sectors. I used to study the effective motivation on employee engagement in public sectors conducted by Abraham Ibabu and Gidao that examines a variety of motivational factors on employee engagement. The study uses quantitative methods, collecting data from public sector employees through surveys. It also employs statistical analysis like regression models to assess relationships between motivation types and levels of employee engagement. The study shows that extrinsic motivation had a stronger immediate effect on engagement, while intrinsic motivation had a longer lasting impact. A balance of both types of motivation produced the highest level of engagement. The study also states that poor leadership and lack of recognition significantly decreased the engagement, regardless of the job satisfaction. Secondly, we move on to appreciation. This comes from a case study of Southwest Airlines. The case study investigates on how the airline company created a high level of engagement through its employees. The business does this through its culture of appreciation and recognition. Southwest Airlines incorporated both structured programs like awards for top performance and informal recognition, such as shout-outs from peers and leaders. The combination ensures that employees feel seen and valued regularly, not just during annual reviews or milestone events. This calls for high employee retention and loyalty. With this high employee retention rate and loyalty, the company garnered strong customer service rankings, often because of the employees who genuinely enjoy their jobs, and as well as a distinct brand reputation not just built on affordability, but on the warmth and positivity driven by the staff. The case study completed on May 19, 2023 is a concrete example of how non-monetary motivators like appreciation, autonomy, and culture can drive engagement just as effectively, if not more so, than financial incentives.
Number 3, leadership and engagement strategies. Successful strategies to engage employees in the workplace. This slide is based off of a dissertation by Paul W. Thurston, as he explored how effective leadership can boost employee engagement. The study highlights communication, recognition, supportive leadership, and autonomy as a key factors. The dissertation exemplifies that engagement is a deploy influenced by how leaders interact and support their teams. In 1992, a company known as Timberland LLC created a program called Path of Service. This program allowed employees up to 40 paid hours for them to either do community service or speak out on a cause that they are passionate about. They did this to promote employee motivation by giving an extra 40 hours on top of their existing PTO for them to make a difference in their community. Lastly, to wrap things up, our plan focuses on practical and proven strategies to boost employee engagement and motivation. Our information comes from credible sources in real-world scenarios. By investing in their employees, companies can increase their profit and overall employee productivity.